Pretty frequently, commenters on my videos say something that's ostensibly constructive, thoughtful criticism, like, I bet if you shorten your titles, you'd get more views, or if you made just one video per movie you cover, you'd be able to release content more frequently, or I hate you. And I wish that you would die. And I get where they're coming from. I also hate me. But there's a reason that my videos and titles are so long, and it's not just because I'm compensating for something. Wink at camera. Let's start with these unwieldy titles. As you may have noticed, there are millions of videos and articles and nephews dedicated to explaining the timeline of movie series and characters. Some of these are great and helpful, and some of them are not, Whitman, but all of them have essentially the same title and goal: to answer a question that many people are Googling. For example, there's a new Saw movie coming out in a few weeks, and confusingly, it's a prequel set between the first and second films, but still starring the original, now much older actor who played Jigsaw, but thankfully, they've already come up with a great, low-budget way to de-age him in flashbacks.
You don't see anything wrong with that?
As we get closer to that film's release, I guarantee that not only will there be millions of Google queries for Saw Timeline, or History of Saw, or Jigsaw plus Boobies plus Incognito Mode, there will also be hundreds of videos and articles, either created new or updated from last time a Saw movie came out, to take a stab at recapping what the series and its beloved characters like Brett or Jeff have done up to this point. My videos don't really do that. In fact, there's a good chance that by the end of watching one of my long story shortish videos, that you'll actually be more confused about a series. It's all a little fuzzy because I don't give a shit anymore, and this time beer is potent.
Oh no.
As other commenters have commented, my editing style is too chaotic, and the jokes are too frequent, and my rippling abs are too distracting. And ultimately, if you click on my videos expecting a clean, straightforward, informational timeline recap, you'll probably be disappointed and possibly even syphilis-stricken. Then pulls out. Excalibur. These videos are first and foremost comedic entertainment, and I do sprinkle in observations and hopefully interesting insights throughout.
I'm your daughter.
But it's still more about making you laugh and think than answering any questions. As such, it is my belief that if you see a video titled, I Get Hunted at a Teen Camp Until I Explain All 12 Friday the 13th Movies, that you've sort of been pre-warned about what you're going to watch being extra stupid. There's a meta-narrative surrounding the explanation, which probably means that it's extra stupid. It's a stupid video. They're stupid videos, but they're fun. I like them. Furthermore, and this is the confusing part that I wouldn't necessarily recommend other newer creators try just yet or out the gate if they've never made anything before, I intentionally put the important stuff at the back of my YouTube titles specifically so that my videos will not rank well on Google or other search engines. That is, if you're Googling Friday the 13th timeline, I actually don't want you to watch my video. Not because I think you're dumb or bad,
Though you clearly are both.
but because I'm worried that you won't enjoy the video for what it is, which actually brings me to my next point, why these videos are so long. YouTube's algorithm has changed multiple times over the years, but currently the goal seems to be video satisfaction. That is, they want viewers to actually like and enjoy what they're watching. This probably comes as a shock to some CEOs of large media companies out there, but endlessly tricking people into interacting with mediocre content through savvy social media manipulation is not something that YouTube believes contributes to long-term success, no matter the potential short-term gains. There are many metrics that YouTube considers when gauging a video's satisfaction potential, but one of the main ones is watch time. Not completion percentage, as in how many people watch this video from beginning to end, which also matters, but pure watch time, as in the average person watched this video and or channel for how long? In minutes. This is important because so far the average viewer on my channel actually only watches somewhere between 35 to 40% of a video, with around only 20 to 30% of all viewers watching them from beginning to end. But that often translates to over 40 minutes of watch time on average. Consider how long that is. That's 2 sitcom episodes. That's 40 TikToks. That's 20 sexual encounters. YouTube likes that we've managed to create something that can hold people's attention for 40 minutes or more sometimes. sometimes. Even if they don't always hang for the full 3 hours, in a world of ever-shortening TikToks and Reels and YouTube Shorts, spending 40 minutes on just one thing is pretty atypical. And even if the majority of people who are served that long-ass confusing title on their home screen don't actually click on the video, and the views don't ever come in some massive Mr. Beast-esque torrent, many of my videos linger in the algorithm forever, getting a solid base of views every day. YouTube just keeps recommending because it knows that if somebody actually takes a risk and actually clicks, there's a good chance that they'll like it. But you know who won't like my videos and isn't going to watch my videos for 40 minutes? A woman just trying to learn what the hell Jigsaw's backstory is. I find that if somebody discovers my video from a Google search, they are way more likely to give up after just a few minutes. They wanted an answer to their question, not whatever the hell this is. Here's a concrete example. When I worked with Cracked, one of our other producers at the time made a video about the short-lived Coca-Cola credit card in the 90s or whenever. And for some reason, when we released it, Google ranked us as the third video you'd see when you Googled Coke. Views exploded out the gate, like 15,000 in the first hour. But each view was approximately 7 seconds long, and it didn't take long for YouTube and Google, who are the same company, spoiler alert, to realize, hey, people don't like this video. Either it doesn't answer their question, or it sucks. Or maybe both. And they killed it in search and on YouTube within an hour, and it ended with a relatively low number of views compared to how it was trending. And it never picked up again. It was just like dead in the algorithm. And even with all that in mind, I think there's also a non-algorithmic, subjective thing at work here. So Brian Brushwood over at The Modern Rogue has explained to me this idea of a content funnel. Think of like a tornado or a water spout or whatever. Basically, at the top of the funnel is your most broadly accessible content. Silly, funny, one-offs, or their explainers, answers to questions, whatever. They will get the most people, but the gravity pulling them into your channel is just not very strong. So you might get a lot of viewers, but they'll sort of dip out quickly. They'll be like, oh, that was funny. Or they'll be like, thank you for answering my question, and they'll disappear. But as you make content that's more niche and more specialized and weirder, potentially, you get people caught at the bottom of this funnel. Again, fewer people interact with the content, but the people that do are more likely to get stuck there, to be held in, to actually look up, hey, who is this creator? What are the other things that they've made? This is really interesting to me. I'm really excited about it. I like living at the bottom of the funnel. And even if you hate the video, what I really mostly don't want is to leave zero impression because I've created something that any random AI-backed media conglomerate could have chat out. I'm working my butt off here, and I want to present the full story all at once in the way that I created it, not breaking it up into parts so it's more digestible or so that it has a better chance of ranking well in search. We're pouring everything we've got into these videos, hoping that they create actual fans excited for the next video, not just satisfied answer seekers who will never come back. I mean, I do have a few further up the funnel ideas that I want to test out soon, but those will never be the main thing that I create. And as we hopefully expand into more narrative content and other series and other ideas, the goal is to build enough trust that those same fans will give us a chance again when we take a swing at some other unnecessarily difficult and or stupid idea that we can't sell on Google or YouTube search. It just makes no sense. This is all a terrible idea if you're trying to make money fast. Almost every dollar I've made on this channel so far has gone straight past my children's hungry mouths and into the next video. The only way this is a good idea is if the goal is to constantly improve and you're striving to make something hopefully good someday, because that's all I want to do. I mean, why be in the business of making things at all if I'm not interested in making them good someday? Hopefully. Anyway, here's a video of me fake running from a computer-generated boulder for 2 hours, or as I like to call it, art.